Now we take you to the aftermath of another disaster, this time in India, and video this morning of the exact moment a suspension bridge gave way and collapsed in the state of Gujarat. And there were people, so many had gathered, hundreds on that bridge. It's, of course, the conclusion of the season of festivals, and so many were there to celebrate, and then the bridge gave way, and people by the hundreds sent into the river below. The number we have so far from the government, at least 132 people killed, at least 177 rescued. But let's bring in now Ishan Garg, who's in New Delhi, with the very latest. As I understand it this morning, Ishan, rescuers are still looking for the missing. What is the latest on the search?
Absolutely. Rescue teams of more than 200 people have been searching for people who went down into the water all night, and rescue operations are continuing as of this moment as well. Teams of the Indian Air Force, the Indian Navy and the Coast Guards have been deployed after Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's himself visiting the state right now, said that all help will be provided to the people on the spot. The rescue operations have been going for several hours now, but it's proving to be very tricky. As we saw in the video, the bridge itself is a big iron bridge that has collapsed completely, a 150-year-old colonial era bridge. Now, the problem that many rescue operation people are facing right at the moment is that the waters are muddy. The building itself is, the wreckage itself is making it very difficult for them to find any people who might have been buried under it, or to even find bodies for that matter. So that's why it's proving to be a bit difficult to get an understanding of how many people might still be missing. According to the government estimates, 5 to 7 people are still unaccounted for, but local reports are saying that at least 60 to 70 more people are unaccounted for. It's unclear if they're living as of this moment or if they're dead.
Ishan, you mentioned the bridge and its history, obviously more than 100 years old. It was being renovated, it was being restored, and it just reopened to the public. That seems to be at the center of the investigation. There's a criminal case now underway. Tell us more about that.
Yes, there are several very peculiar points about this particular bridge. According to reports, the bridge was supposed to be closed for 6 to 8 months after the renovation works were complete, but it was opened just 6 months after it, which meant that the bridge was not really ready for people to be on it. It also had not received what's called a health certificate, or rather a proper clearance that certifies that people can be on the bridge, and still there were hundreds flocking to the bridge in the past few days, raising concerns that the bridge might not have been ready yet, the procedural norms would not have been followed, and that's why the officials in the state have now launched an investigation, and they are accusing that people who are responsible for this will be charged with culpable homicide not amounting to murder. So this is going to become a criminal case now, and at the same time, the company at the very center of it, a legacy watchmaker in India, they are responsible for constructing the bridge. So far, they haven't responded openly to media comments, but officials are saying that an investigation is underway after a 5-person special team has been formed, and officials say that justice will be delivered soon.